We're here today in Stafford Hospital. We're not in Stafford Hospital. We're saving Stafford Hospital from A&E closure. So what we're trying to do is to get as many people to sign a petition. And as you can see behind me over my shoulder, there's a number of people signing the petition now. It's really important that you either get online to gopetition.com and type in Stafford, Save Stafford Hospital, and they will also pick up your signatures there. So it doesn't have to be actually online here today. So please make the effort to come into Stafford Town Centre. If you see a table, doesn't matter whose table it is, sign the petition, keep Stafford A&E open.
Gentlemen, please take the time today to support Stafford Hospital. It's your hospital, these are your services. They're closing A&E on a temporary basis. There's a possibility they could close it on a permanent basis. Please sign the petition here today. This is your service, this is your hospital, you pay for it with your taxes.
And I want them to keep the hospital open, particularly the A&E. I had to take my husband there the night before last at 11:45. He ended up with 5 stitches. If I hadn't been able to drive there, I would have had to call an ambulance to take him somewhere else.
Okay. So if you'd have had to go to Stoke-on-Trent, that could have taken you over an hour?
And I wouldn't be able to drive that far at that time of night.
Okay, that's lovely. Thank you very much for sharing that with us.
In Stone.
Right, Vera?
Bosham.
Bosham, right. You live in
Stone. And I'm very, very grateful for Stafford A&E.
Right, okay.
I've had 2 falls, a broken ankle and a broken wrist.
Right.
And they've been absolutely brilliant. I've got no complaints whatsoever.
Fantastic. That's really good news. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay.
This is Holloway.
Right.
And I've experienced an A&E department being shut overnight, and it just does not work.
Oh,
so
right.
I am definitely against it.
Right, okay. And what do you think about the potential of, if they do close it,
Well, I'm bothered because I've had kidney failure.
Oh, right.
And I don't want to have the problem of having to go to North Suffolk Hospital if I was taken ill in the middle of the night.
Right, okay.
I was on critical care for a fortnight, so,
Right, okay. So it's really important to you?
It is important to me, yes.
Right.
I mean, I know they've had the problems, but it doesn't dawn on every hospital.
Well, it's about the future, isn't it, now? It's not about what they've done in the past, it's about the future, isn't it? Yeah, okay, lovely. Thank you very much for sharing that. Right, away you go.
Yeah, my name's Colin Eckersley. My mother had a heart attack at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
She's 97 years old. She was taken to Stafford Hospital and treated really well.
Fantastic.
Had the A&E been closed, she would have had to go to either Stoke or Wolverhampton. I don't think she'd have survived.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
I mean, she was severely dehydrated. They had to do a lot of... In fact, there was a stage at which the hospital spoke to me and my brother about a do not resuscitate order because she really was that poorly, which we agreed. She survived, and now she's still with us.
And she's still with us?
She's still with us, yeah.
Thank God for that,
Care in the A&E or in the acute medical, and this is twice in the last 6 months, and she had superb care.
And this is recent. This is in the last 6 months.
She came out of hospital on September the 23rd.
Right.
So it's recent.
Well, look, thank you very much for sharing your story. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, away we go.
Okay, my name's John Lichter.
Okay, John.
I live in Burntwood. We're treated at Stafford Hospital.
Right.
And I think it's an absolutely wonderful place, I really do.
Right, okay.
I had excellent treatment there. I had a stroke and they took me in there and I was treated very, very well. And
well, you're looking well.
Yeah.
All right,
marvellous treatment. I can't see any fault with Stafford Hospital at all.
So when you see all these people sort of criticising Stafford Hospital all the time, I mean, do you feel...
some of the people are criticising them unnecessarily, I'm sure they are,
Right.
just to get the name in the paper, I'm sure of it.
Right, okay.
That's the way I feel about it anyway.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for sharing your experience. I really appreciate that.
Okay,
Thank you. Bye-bye. Right, go ahead.
My name's Olivia, and on my birthday, my 7th birthday, I had a 4-hour nosebleed. I went to Stafford A&E and I got a card and a red teddy bear.
Oh, right. And they looked after you really well?
Yes, I was.
And you were happy with all that?
Yes.
And you don't want it to close then, do you?
No, it was nothing wrong there. Nothing wrong at all.
That is absolutely brilliant. Thank you for sharing that story with us. There we go, away you go.
Okay, I'm Dave Doran, and my partner Angela Borum recently broke her wrist. And
oh, right.
We had to use the A&E.
Right.
The service was absolutely impeccable from start to finish.
Right.
Couldn't have got better service anywhere, and it has been ever since, and for all the treatment we've had. I just dread to think what it would have been like if we'd had to go to Stoke for it,
right.
or anywhere else, or if it had happened late at night and they closed the service. What you have to think is delay and extra pain, because that's what it means in real terms for people.
And lives.
And lives.
Yes, and lives.
Definitely lives, yes.
Thank you very much.
And of course the resources in Stoke aren't going to be able to cope either with all the extra work. They can't just pile it onto centres of excellence or whatever. It doesn't work.
Well, my argument has been for a long time now. Why can't Stafford be a centre of excellence?
Absolutely.
Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, you want your staff, you want your patients to go to a centre of excellence." Yeah. Well, it's a hospital. It's got people in it. Why can't we have a centre of excellence?
Obviously, you know, you've got limited resources, and you need to put them somewhere and to make the best use of those resources.
Yes, understand.
But you need resources on your doorstep. That's
true.
Where it matters.
Thank you very much for sharing that. Away you go.
The name is Dennis Burton. I've had occasion to use the Stafford Hospital on many occasions, and I cannot fault it in any way.
Is that recent?
Over the past few years, last year was the last one.
Okay, last year. So as far away as last year, and you've had no problems with the A&E at all. No. Okay, and what are your thoughts about the potential closure of A&E?
I think it's totally wrong. I mean, to send people to different areas, such as Burton or Stoke-on-Trent, it could be fatal.
It could be, and I think that's why it's important that we keep the services here in Stafford.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Away we go.
Right, it's Mrs. Anne Lysett.
Okay. And what's your story, Anne?
It's my brother.
Okay.
Stafford Hospital saved my brother.
Really?
Okay, yes.
Right. And when was that? Is that recent?
June this year.
June this year? Okay,
yeah.
So things have really improved then. You're happy with these services? Okay, that's wonderful.
Consultants, everybody that dealt with my brother was brilliant.
Okay, and did they go into A&E as well?
I think he must have started in A&E because he collapsed in his flat at home.
Right, okay. And without the services at Stafford Hospital?
It was brilliant.
Brilliant, okay.
They were brilliant in critical care. They saved his life. He told me that he only had hours to, one way or another to pull out of it. And he was still alive, so they got him 7 weeks he was in there.
That's brilliant.
And he went up on Thursday to thank them very much for what they did for him.
And so what do you think about the closure?
I think it's disgusting.
Right, okay. And what do you think about...
It's government, all the rubbish that they're doing, it's all to do with them.
Right, okay. All right, and thanks very much for sharing your thoughts with us. It's really helpful.
Where will this be on?
It'll go onto YouTube.
Right, okay.
All right. You're a star. Away you go.
I'd just like to say that my 91-year-old father-in-law was admitted to accident and emergencies, now on the acute medical ward in the hospital.
Right.
And with nothing but praise for the care he's received.
Fantastic.
Pleased to be able to say that.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing that with us. Thank you. Cheers. There you go, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Shirley Butler. I've got an uncle who's in a nursing home.
Right.
And very often on a morning I get called out, it could be 5 o'clock, to go to A&E with him.
Oh, right.
Because he has breathing problems.
Right.
I've had no problem whatsoever there. I find the staff are very helpful.
Right.
Not only to Uncle Peter, who's 84, who they look after, but to me there as a relative. They'll fetch me coffee, look after me. And when he's gone on to other wards, acute medical unit ward, they're very good. The doctors always help me, tell me what's going on.
Right.
And to me, a lot of the problems caused by the people that are there, that go to hospital, trying to find fault with the place.
Okay.
I think, I'm not saying in the past there hasn't been problems, but now people are going and thinking Stafford's bad, I'm going to find a problem.
But you're saying that you've had no problems at all?
No problems.
And that's recent?
Yes, in fact it was as recent as a fortnight ago.
Right.
I was there with him.
That is wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing that with us.
Yeah.